helped us stamp that and go through. That's why we held the doors an hour, because we were waiting for that approval right up until the doors opened. And we did it. And I can't believe that just happened.
Hi, I'm Zane with Zane Engineers Life. So it's Friday story time, and not too long ago, we helped put Machine Gun Kelly on a zip line to deliver him to a stage for a concert in the Cleveland Browns Stadium. Now, we got the go-ahead really late on a Friday afternoon for the Saturday show, and the hope was to have an engineered letter and drawings by Saturday morning to get in front of the building inspector to get a permit to be able to do this for the show. Okay, so what do we do? How do we make sure it's safe and that we don't drop Machine Gun Kelly onto a sharp metal post in the middle of the crowd of people that are just there to enjoy the show? Now, typical Friday story, I tell some tale from my past and try to tie it into an inspiring moral. Well, today, let's talk about how to not get someone killed. So let's make the initial list for an engineer in this situation. Number one, we've got to get the load to ground. Now, whether it's electrical, pneumatic, or mechanical, whatever the system, load has to get to ground. And what we want to do is control it. So, what does he weigh? What does his costume and flying harness weigh? What other loads are going to go down with him? Like, how are we going to rescue him? Do we have a lift from below that requires no additional load on the line? Or are we adding a 200-pound rescuer and a trolley to go down the line and basically doubling the load? So it's very important to get the load clear. Now, number two, what are the end supports? What are we attaching to, and how are we attaching? Can the connection move? What's in the way? Is it stressed across or around something? How do we protect it and keep it in place from the time we set it up until after the flight has taken place? And what is the end support? I mean, is it a mega beam that frames him to this massive structure? That's one thing. Or is it a sketchy pipe support hanger with one screw loose? See, that's another. Now, three, what's up with the cable? What is it? How is it protected? How does it move? See, unlike a zip line that's stationary and any load on the line increases the tension in the line, when you fly people, you actually let the line in and out around a pulley system and a winch to keep the line tension the same throughout the run. It's pretty cool. Look it up. Number four, the load and unload of the gag. Is the area protected? Can the public get into it? Can the performer fall while they're being attached? Like, who connects them? Who checks it? Who's stopping them at the bottom? Who disconnects them? And in the case of a wild talent like Machine Gun Kelly, can they release themselves while they're over the crowd? Number five, operations. Will they fly in a lightning storm? A key one that has burned me before: when and where is the pyro for the entrance of the performer? Is it directly over the line or over to the side? What is the order of pre-flight, activate, load performer, check performer, confirm, make the flight, catch, unload performer, and deactivate the line? What is the order of operations? Number six, getting everyone to work together. So as the hour for this particular performance neared and issues popped up and inspections were required, I actually got on the phone with the building inspector and we talked through the entire system and all of the concerns. See, being really clear on areas of concerns and the risks that were associated with them, being really clear with him made him a lot more comfortable with what was going on. And a really cool example, at the end, a third-party inspector was needed to check the system. Now, here we were in the 9th hour, and my big concern is if we bring in an inspector with no experience in staging and flying performers, and then asking them to say that something was good, well, I mean, imagine being a structural steel welding inspector and being asked to check a drawing for a zip line that Machine Gun Kelly's going to go down. There's span sets and shackles and winches. I mean, no way, right? So we worked it out to get some experienced people on video call with our engineering staff to work through the whole system from end to end. And by the end, 5 or 6 people from different companies had checked each other as a team through all of the components and all of the connections. Now finally, number 7, what did we miss? And this is key as an engineer. See, go through it in your mind. Pretend the dumbest person you've ever met is trying to run your system. What could go wrong? What is the risk of that? How do you mitigate it? How many points of failure are there, and are any of them single point of failure? See, in most flying performer setups, there's 2 or more lines and 2 or more hookups, and each line is normally sized for the full load. Weighing factor safety and risk and potential outcomes and designing for all of that and keeping people safe is why you hire engineers like me. Now, the really cool thing, as much as people talk trash about Machine Gun Kelly, he really wanted to perform for his hometown of Cleveland. And he actually thanked us on stage for stamping the project. I mean, really cool dude. Now, if you're watching Machine Gun, next time, let's get you spinning while you're going down the line. Like and subscribe, watch to the end. I'm Zane with Zane Engineers Life, and we'll make you better.